Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Manciot. I am called to come and say hello. It has become a routine for me to do that. For soon as a great deal of change that is coming. But in the meantime, I will continue to do those communication. So the highest wisdom for us today is the Lady of Ariel, mature, practical mind, generous, happy. So this is really what it's all about. Take care of yourself and those whom you love. The capacity to make everything more beautiful. Wise and practical advice. So it's about being wise and practical. It's about looking at life through the eye of beauty. And what we need to understand is the solution is the Archangel Zadkiel. Success goes through compromise, self-control and patience, forgiveness and curative energies, or healing energies. And so it is the card of the water carrier is transmuting water from one cup to another. For water is what conduct the energy, the emotion water is in water and nature. And so it is the card of alchemistry. It's a card of temperance. And so sometimes we have to make certain compromise to achieve certain things. What we need to do is the Four of Raphael, looking into other possibilities. Look at the magical side of life. Become aware of your emotion. So it is very important to be aware of that which is emotion, which I'm going to talk a bit later on after. And the general message, the outcome, is the Ace of Raphael. It is a magnificent card. It is the Holy Grail, the flow of divine love. It says a positive experience on the emotional level. You will be fulfilled by a romantic relationship. Let yourself be guided by your intuition. So it is very much the card of love. It is the Ace of Cup, and so it is very much the outcome will be love. Love is the beginning and the end of the heart of all things. It should be the beginning and the end. There is no everything in between can go through all kinds of steps, but when the motivation is love, the outcome will be love at the end. So we need to trust. The general message for us today is the nun, or the how do you say, the monk or the nun. And so it is about abnegation. It is about turning towards the inner self, but it is also about not allowing some old conditioning to prevent us from experiencing a deep relationship as well. So it is a double-edged card, double-edged sword, and in many sense we have to know to follow our heart. Our heart will always tell us whether we, in order to find the balance. Balance is order. When everything is in balance, everything is well, is perfect. So it is always the imbalance that creates those problems. And so in many sense we have to realize the earth was created to become a paradise. It is already a paradise for all beings. It was created like that, but millions of years ago there was a galactic war and this planet was in quarantine, and so it became part of this dark there were some of the planets that the dark forces could still control for a time, and this was one of this world, and so that's why we came here to incarnate in this world, to free it. So that because it goes through the freedom has to come through each and every consciousness on the earth has to awaken to this light. And we have to understand the earth is we were just arriving. We're not leaving. We're just arriving. And once the energies of the light will be anchored, it will be heaven, paradise for all. And in many sense, there is great treasures on the earth, pyramids, all kinds of the inner earth, all the elementals, all kinds of amazing treasures. That the earth is very special planet in the galaxy, just at the edge of the galaxy, so we can leap into other galaxies. And so it is a great library, also cosmic library. And so that's why it's very there is a lot of interest from all kinds of sides about this planet. But most of the great treasures of the earth will not be revealed until we get rid of all the darkness, all the shadows, or all of the dark presence that are still plotting inside this matrix. But all this, since we are moving into a new age, those powers are being dismantled, and we'll soon see a political manifestation of that change of paradigm shift. For now, we are moving towards the first contact. First contact is the idea of the reconnection of the galactic families with the human families. But for that, humans are not ready. If the galactic would come and try to land, first they would. The military army would like try to aggress them, and then some people would just panic because they have those Hollywood's ideas and stories in their mind. But and so it is not ready for true first contact. But what can happen very soon is an irrefutable proof that all the galactic are here. So in the sky, they can manifest in the sky in a way that no one could ever doubt their existence again, and they can show themselves in a loving way, that there will be no fear. For that's very important to them, is not to make any being afraid of them. So that is why they've been staying back. And so in many sense, what we need to do to achieve this connection is to align our physical body, our mental body, emotional body and astral body. Science does not recognize those bodies. They believe that we are only physical with like some kind of mental process that animating the physical, but those bodies are very different but they belong to different dimensions. And once our mental, emotional are aligned, we find that we are at peace. It's the masculine and the feminine, the mental being masculine, the feminine being emotional. When those are in alignment, the body is calm. And the astral body is really what rules the process. It rules all of the Earth's plane. Eventually, the soul will come down and meet with this astral body, and so there will be this great reunion, and then they will fuse and become something more. So that is all part of the process. For now, we have to discipline our senses. For our senses are just children, and then the soul, it is through meditation. When we meditate, the senses turn inside and they listen to the voice of the heart, they receive the light and they feel reinforced. So I'll make a video later on about that. I think I've already spoken about these ideas of the soul and the astral body being the parent of all the 12 visceral entities, such as the sense and the sensual manifestation. And so yeah, we want to be as aligned as possible, and in a receptive mode. We have to learn to receive, to be like to be nurturing, to nurture this feminine side, the ability to receive from our soul, to receive from our monad, from our soul family, from our guides, from the company of heaven, from the Creator, but also from all the other people around the world. We have to be able to give and to receive. It is not give and take, it is give and receive. It is far more gentle in the process than just the give and take. And so, but there will be great changes. I hope you enjoyed this day. I hope this message was meaningful for you. This painting is a symbolic painting of the great universe of Orvonton, with the Milky Way at the center. We are at the edge of the Milky Way here, somewhere around here, in the fifth major sector. So this is the celestial realm called Uversal, and there is the 10 major sectors, and then there is the 1,000 minor sector. Each minor sector is connected to 100 local universe, and each local universe will eventually carry 10 million inhabited planets. So it is quite big. It is very vast. The programs of life are very, very vast and this is just one super universe. There are 6 others that we have no clue of what's going on there, but we don't need really. What we need to do is to understand this one, to understand what's going on here, to be in the receptive mode, so that we can receive wisdom and attune and align to higher frequencies of sorts, in order to elevate ourselves. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a French song that runs through my head. It goes like this. Retiens la nuit pour nous deux jusqu'à la fin du monde. Retiens la nuit pour nos cœurs dans sa course vagabonde. Serre-moi fort contre ton corps, il faut qu'à l'heure des folies, le grand amour raye le jour et nous fasse oublier la vie. Retiens la nuit, avec toi elle paraîtra si belle. Retiens la nuit, mon amour, pour qu'elle devienne éternelle, pour le bonheur de nos 2 cœurs. Arrête le temps et les heures, je t'en supplie à l'infini, retiens la nuit. Ne me demande pas d'où me vient ma tristesse, ne me demande pas, tu ne comprendrais pas. En découvrant l'amour, je frôle la détresse, en croyant au bonheur, la peur entre mes joies. Retiens la nuit, avec toi, elle paraîtra si belle. Retiens la nuit, mon amour, pour qu'elle devienne éternelle, pour le bonheur de nos deux cœurs. Arrête le temps et les heures, je t'en supplie, à l'infini, retiens la nuit. Je t'en supplie, à l'infini, retiens la nuit. Well, thank you very much. It's a song from Johnny Hallyday, who's a very popular Belgian French singer. And I don't know why this song came to my mind, so let's sing it. So I wish you a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.